Research has shown that empathy, altruism, and social bonding are shared across the species, and that we share the same physiological and anatomical foundations for these traits. Humans and rodents have similar brain structures that regulate empathy, suggesting the behavior is deeply rooted in mammal evolution. In humans, witnessing the pain of others activates a region between the two hemispheres that is also active when we feel pain in our own body. This is considered to be one of the core empathy regions in the brain. Researchers have proved that rats use the same brain area as humans to empathize with others, and that they are exquisitely sensitive to the emotions of the rats around them. Studies showed that an observing rat shared the emotion of the other rat. Recordings of the cingulate cortex, the very region thought to underpin empathy in humans, showed that the observing rats activated the very neurons in the cingulate cortex that also became active when the rat experienced pain himself. Our sensitivity to the emotions of others is thus perhaps more similar to that of the rat than many may have thought. Both animals and humans have an innate capacity for empathy, but it's not static. Empathy can be expanded or diminished based on experience in both humans and animals. Studies found that rats who had a traumatic experience became more empathetic to others. Rats are like humans. The more our experiences match those of the people we observe, the more we can empathize with what they feel. It takes one to know one. The capacity for empathy and altruism can be learned in humans and animals, and it changes based on the situation. Rats are faster to rescue others when they have had the same experience they see them having. This could suggest that a bad experience made their empathetic actions more urgent. It shows that memory can facilitate emotional empathy. Just like us, their capacity for empathy also depends on the recipient. Studies showed that rats remember individual rats that have helped them in the past and return the favor. Rats prefer to provide food to helpful fellow rats and are even more willing to help non-related animals that have helped them in the past. Rats can identify helpful behavior by smell. In one study, researchers showed that just the odor of a rat engaged in helpful behavior was enough. Rats can smell whether or not their partner is cooperative or stingy, even when they do not experience the behavior themselves. They are also more likely to help another who is more in need, and they act faster to provide food to hungry rats than well-fed ones. They are more likely to help a social partner to obtain food when this partner is hungry. The information they use to decide whether this partner is really in need is olfactory, so they can smell if a partner is in a bad nutritional state. They are also more likely to help a rat who is asking for help. Studies found that they ask others for help by producing calls at 50 kilohertz, which increase the propensity of the partner rat to provide food to the hungry rat. So the capacity for altruism, empathy, and emotional contagion is dynamic and comes from experience and learning to understand the experience of others. Studies showed that young pigs feel the feelings of others after having had the same experience, and that emotional contagion is potentiated by previous exposure to the same stressor. There is an effect of previous experience on the response to exposure to conspecific distress, with increased attention, looking at, proximity to, and snout contact with the distressed pigs. Animals who have experienced a traumatic experience become more empathetic towards others. The capacity to become more or less empathetic is dynamic in both humans and animals. Empathy is a trait that varies amongst individuals rather than species. Animals saving each other may seem extraordinary and new to us because we have only recently documented these incidents. But they have probably been doing these kinds of things for millions of years.